Another day, another dollar for oil. The price rose above $115 a barrel today for the first time ever before closing at a record $114.93. That's up more than $1 from yesterday. Gasoline, meanwhile, tonight is selling at a record $3.40 a gallon. That's more than half a buck higher than we were paying a year ago. So to help us understand what is going on with oil and gas prices, we draw on the expertise, literally, of Josh Landis and Mitch Butler of the Fast Draw. Hi, guys.
Okay.
So what is driving these prices up so dramatically?
Katie, a lot of people assume that these record prices are the result of a rising global demand for energy.
But the fact is those high prices at the pump are directly connected to the falling value of the dollar.
The dollar is taking a beating, and it's driving oil prices through the roof. Since 2001, the value of the greenback has plunged against foreign currencies like the euro, hitting an all-time low.
This has a major effect on oil because around the world, oil is priced in US dollars, no matter where it's bought or sold. And when the value of the American dollar shrinks, it takes more of them to buy the same oil.
In the past, investors saw the U.S. economy as a good place to put their money. They profited and the dollar stayed strong. Now that the economy is weaker, they're finding better investments.
Putting their money into things like gold, wheat, pork bellies, and, by the way, oil. And they're not buying oil to run their SUVs.
These speculators are effectively buying large quantities of oil, hoping the price will rise yet again so they can sell at a profit later on.
Lately, this has been a good bet. The rising cost of crude is putting greater pressure on the economy, making it even harder for the dollar to pull out of its nosedive.
A higher oil price undermines the U.S. economy. Global investors become more cautious in their investments here in the U.S., and that also weighs on the dollar.
Economists say the effect of speculation plus the weak dollar accounts for more than a third of the price of oil today.
It's a vicious cycle that has American consumers over a barrel. You know, Katie, just today the government said that by this summer, gas prices could hit $3.60 a gallon.
Wow. And I also understand, though, the government said that the demand for gas has decreased. So why isn't that having more of an impact on prices?
It had a slight impact today. When investors saw that report, they backed off and prices dropped a little bit, but they rose again shortly after, which drives home the point that it's the investors as much as the consumers and the suppliers who are calling the shots.
All right, Josh and Mitch, thank you both so much. By the way, Josh and Mitch have more animated answers to your questions about the news on our website. Go to cbsnews.com, click on CBS Evening News, and you'll find the Fast Draw blog.